Alright, so what important parts of a healthy coastal sage scrub ecosystem did you think of? We want to have a lot of native plants and not a lot of black mustard. We also want to have a large variety of native plants so that they can provide food and shelter for lots of different animals such as birds and bugs. We need to have animals present from different parts of the food chain like bugs that eat our plants and birds that eat those bugs and carnivores that eat them both. We also need to have enough water in the soil for our plants to thrive as well as nutrients needed for growth. We need decomposers in the soil to help break down the plants and animals when they die so that their material can be cycled back into the ecosystem. That's all a very complex system, and we want your help to test out different restoration strategies and help figure out how to create the best ecosystem, one with lots of healthy native plants as well as all of the other living and non-living parts of the functioning ecosystem. That brings us to our Project Crystal Code experiment for this year. We want to investigate the best plants used to create the healthiest sage scrub ecosystem. To do that, we set up an experiment with UC Irvine. We chose a mix of plants that were known to be water savers. These use most of the water they take up for growth. And we also used a mix of plants that are water spenders. And these tend to lose most of their water they take up through their leaves. We planted both seed mixes in separate plots of land in a degraded area of Morro Canyon called the Bowl that had been taken over by black mustard. We left some areas just as they were, and we called these areas control plots because we didn't do anything to them. We used control plots to compare our two different seed mixes to see what would happen if we hadn't restored the area at all. Now that we're a few years from when we planted different seed mixes, we want to investigate which ones create the best coastal sage scrub ecosystem with a healthy mix of native plants, animals, and decomposers like bacteria and fungi. Our partners at UCI are collecting data on the amount of native and non-native plants that grew and survived from our different seed mixes. Fifth grade students are collecting data on the birds and insect populations. What we want your help with is to look into how different plant types will affect the amount of water in the soil and the activity of decomposers in the soil like bacteria and fungi. With our whole community of researchers, we'll be able to make an informed decision about what the best type of plants to choose when restoring Morro Canyon in the future. Our three research questions are: which type of plant will decompose the quickest and which will decompose the slowest? Water saver plants, water spender plants, or non-native plants? Our second question is: where will soil moisture be the highest? And where will it be the lowest? In our water saver plants, water spender plants, or non-native plants? And last, where will our leaf decompose the quickest? In restored or unrestored areas?